Hello, everybody. I thought today I would just do a little reading for the new year, the spring equinox. I've got 7 piles here. I'm so excited. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because I just love it when there's more piles. So take this moment to just choose. And in a moment, we're going to start with pile 1. We've got some ASMR vibes here, which is just more relaxing, in my opinion, more chill. The reading here today is for the equinox, but in light of the new year, it's what are people realizing about you? Or what are they realizing, whoever's on your mind? It's not really aimed about other people. It's really, this reading is for you. But I find that readings like this are more fun if you can keep a good mindset about yourself with it. Well, quite frankly, because tarot is more of like a mind map. Whether or not you believe in the tarot, it's a mind map. It's just getting every scenario out there for you to just think things through in a new way. The cards, they have every scenario, every archetype that is in the human experience. And so it just gives you a way to think of things in a new way and maybe find some solutions to some sticky places you've gotten in. And that's kind of the core of why I like to do this. I like to help people get out of, this is lavender that I've been lighting, by the way. It just helps me clear the space, helps me get in the zone. Obviously be careful when you use this. Make sure you have fire extinguisher nearby if you ever use this. But anyway, the theme of what do they think about you, or what are they realizing about you for the spring equinox, which is in ancient civilizations the true new year, because it's the light after the darkness of the winter. So it's the true newness of the light, the true beginning of the things that we do. I just want to give you a fresh start, see what new things people are realizing about you, and it might just be like a good start, a good place to realize what new things have been arising for you, what old things have sort of gone away, and the new light that people are seeing you in, the new things that you're doing, and maybe even some well-deserved realizations for you of what you're becoming and who you are, who you always might have been. So without further ado, I hope that you've gotten a chance to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you could see here, kind of forms a nice little tree of life kind of here. That kind of happened by accident. But 7, I just love when there's more piles. It just feels more personalized. So I'm gonna just get started on that. All right, pile 1. So if you chose this cute little dainty washi tape with these pretty little gold bows, this is your reading, pile number 1. And you've got the sticker that says, "Hope eternal, the small things, simple pleasures, and happiness." Very interesting. I've done tarot readings before on other channel, but this is the first time I'm doing it on this channel, and I'm super excited. So forgive me if I'm not in my flow yet. I'm still figuring out what I like here. I've already pre-shuffled my decks, but I'm going to give it a couple of shuffles. Ooh, the word eternal is standing out to me. Ooh, the Five of Swords. Okay. Five of Swords. Ace of Swords. Lots of swords here. Hope eternal. The small things. Simple pleasures. Happiness. And the King of Wands. Interesting. Five of Swords. Ace of Swords. King of Wands. And for the bottom deck, we've got the Hermit in reverse. So for the overall energy is feeling like you're coming out of a hermit phase. But there's a lot of swords, a lot of mental energy here. You've got a lot of drive with the King of Wands. You've got a lot of drive and passion and power in your life. But it seems like there's some mental space. And also with this hope eternal, I think that you are very consistent and a very reliable person. So if going with the reading, people are realizing about you that you are very reliable and you always have been, which I'm very sorry to realize this about you. I don't know you, but like the energy I'm just getting right now is that people were not seeing that about you, which is just very frustrating off the bat. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling frustrated for you in this moment that you have been eternally reliable, eternally, maybe not necessarily optimistic, maybe optimistic. I'm just going to do some channeling here. But like, the fact that it says hope eternal, the small things, simple pleasures, and happiness, it's almost like you've been consistent. You've been consistent with your positive outlook, your positive noticing of the small things, of the simple pleasures in life, and of happiness, and maybe reliability in friendship. And the Five of Swords, maybe people in the past were not trusting you. Maybe they believed that you were, how do I put this, untrustworthy in some way. They were slow to trust you and not giving you a fair shot, which it's really, I don't know what, I'm just feeling a feeling of irritation has just come over me, because it's like, it's not fair, it's irritating, where you've always been this person, but they have just not really given that the time of day, not really acknowledge this about you. And you are the truth. You've been the truth. You've told the truth. You've said it like it is. You know things, and you're reliable, and you know what to do. You are a leader. So I am so sorry, pile number one. I'm sorry to realize this about you. I'm going to pull some more cards here, but first I'm just going to peel these stickers here, and I'm just going to put those in my book. Because, damn, I want to just remember these readings. I want to keep you in my thoughts, keep you in my positive prayers, so to speak. And let me just feel this out. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me just get another deck. I'm already getting a sense here for what is going on. Ooh, I just dropped some things. Yeah, this seems to have put you a little bit off balance. I don't know who these people are that you've come to for the reading, why you felt like you wanted to know what people are realizing about you. To me, something just doesn't seem fair. Seems like you've been consistent. Seems like you've been here. It seems like you've been here and people are not giving you your flowers, not giving you that, the High Priestess. You've known a lot of things. You are wise. Pile number one, you're wise. People are not giving you that, and the Empress is there too. You're wise, you're beautiful, you're steady and reliable. And you are a leader, you kind of know what to do, but people haven't wanted to listen to you. They haven't wanted to let you be the leader. Let me just give an example. Let's say you're going on a trip like to Disneyland or something with your friends. And it's not like you're pushy or anything, but you've got like a big group of people. right? You got a big group of people. This is only an example, but what I'm seeing is there's, you know how everyone kind of falls into different roles in groups? You've got people who assert themselves as the leader, who want to be the leader. You got your people who are chill and being extroverted, introverted. You are a person maybe who isn't pushing your leadership. You just are a leader. You just know what to do next. You see where there are gaps. You see where people are maybe not being too intelligent, and you know what to do. You're not asserting yourself as leader. You just naturally are. And it's interesting. I don't know why I'm picking up jealousy because of seeing the Empress. I'm seeing you've got a lot going for you. You're wise. Maybe you have a quiet wisdom, a quiet truth. Like maybe you say the truth like it is. You literally will just say it, and it agitates people because you just see right through that crap. You just know. And I'm not seeing it as a pushy energy. I'm just seeing it as because you're more quiet or reserved or not pushing yourself on others, it's overlooked because there are others that are louder than you. There are others that are pushy, but you're the empress, you're the high priestess. You kind of know what to do. You're the person who, when there's actually a crisis, you're going to figure it out. You're gonna be like, hey guys, I think maybe we should go to Adventureland right now because the lines or the crowds or this person's hungry, we should go eat, da 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 da. Like you actually know what to do. And maybe that really ruffles some people's feathers. That makes some people really mad because it comes easy to you. Some maybe fragile masculinity here. Some people insecure who want to know what to do, but they don't. I dropped a million cards. I'm dropping things all over the place, and I don't normally drop things everywhere. So I take dropping things as a sign. Half the deck fell on the floor, and these are the cards that were upright. The Two of Wands, the Two of Swords, lots of swords. Like people are just be talking. And the Seven of Swords. There's some people who want to convince other people in the past maybe that you were being dishonest, maybe you shouldn't be trusted, but it really wasn't rooted in anything. Two of Swords in reverse. They didn't know what to do. They couldn't even do anything. They couldn't even make a decision against you, even though they tried. I'm sorry that I'm laughing. It's just that, you know how sometimes energies just clash with people? It's almost too easy for you. It's not even really a fight. You know what to do. You know what choices to make, and that's just you. I like you. I like you. Let's get some more cards from another deck here. Let's pull some from my fortune-telling blue Lenormand deck. I don't want to do too much tapping. I've noticed lately with all the TikTok videos, like I used to love ASMR and tapping videos, but now everybody's tapping in my ear on TikTok. Ooh, that one wants to come out. So I'm getting agitated when I hear tapping. But I love to hear that. It sounds like this. You let me know. I'm actually feeling like that was all the cards you needed. Birch rod. So this is actually something that they used to punish kids back in the day. They used to spank them. People have wanted in the past, they believed that they had a right to punish you. They had a right to be over you. They had a right to overlook you, to have more power. Maybe you were new in a group. Maybe people felt like you hadn't earned your place, but you're just one of those people where it doesn't take much time. You just belong, you just are who you are, and that's just it. And sometimes some more insecure people, that's just not going to fly with them. So if we're going with the theme, I'm just talking about you, but I'm trying to go with the theme here of what people are realizing about you, Stork. It's that you bring value. You bring value, and with the bear, I feel as though you're a threat, but you're a gentle giant, okay? You never meant any harm. You just are you. And to be frank with you, people should just accept the people who are right for you would just accept that you're this person, that you know things, that you're wise, that you maybe are more dominant by nature, and that shouldn't be threatening with the right people. They would just accept that about you without feeling like that's a threat. They would feel like that's an asset to them. And maybe that's what people are realizing, that you are an asset, that you bring a lot of value, you bring a lot of love. I'm going to read this right here. A stork in flight promises delight. A stork in range signals change. Okay. Progress heals pain drawn from the past. Embrace kindness, and new friendships will last. So pile number 1, this might be about friends. This might be about your group, the people that you're being around. When I drew a line on here on this page, I felt like it was like a steady little bump line that I drew. Nothing too crazy. You come with good intentions, and that's what people are realizing. Maybe right off the bat, your energy felt threatening because you just are who you are. You know the choices you're going to make. You know what you want to do. And that freaks people out. But the truth of the matter is, you're not a threat. You come in peace. You come in peace, and that is what people are realizing about you. You bring peace, you bring love, you bring good information, good news. You bring valuable new bundles of joy with the stork into the world. You are this woman with a heart. Man or woman, doesn't matter who's watching. Hopefully you understand the energies. Before I move on, I'm going to get a couple messages, and then I'll close out with a couple more cards. I'm so sorry that it took people a while to realize that you come in peace, that you come with good intentions. But, sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. It is really annoying. Oh, there's a bug friend that wants to join us. Man, this spring has brought so many bugs. Is that a mosquito hawk? I'm cool with it if it's a mosquito hawk, but if it's a mosquito, I gotta do something about it. He just walked right through. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These people are sorry. You didn't deserve it. Maybe you were new somewhere, and all you deserved was acceptance and to be given a chance. Well, now these people are sorry. What else? Why'd you hurt me? Interesting. Why'd you hurt me? Not ready. Maybe you did something unintentionally that you didn't even realize was hurting them. Maybe something you did hurt these people or this person's feelings. Something you did was hurtful and they never verbalized it to you. And with the not ready on the back, they weren't ready to be in your energy. They weren't ready to accept you. And because they weren't feeling ready, your presence hurt them in some way. I lied. I feel like these people were talking about you. They were cautious about you. So whatever they said about you before or in the beginning was a lie. It was just a fabrication of their fears. You lied. I am feeling not necessarily like you lied. Maybe you lied about something in the beginning or recently to be accepted. But I'm not feeling super bad from this. You lied. Maybe they thought you were a liar. Maybe they thought this truth you were speaking was not real or something. Or maybe they told people you were just a liar, that you weren't to be trusted. Or maybe there was some dishonesty out of self-preservation from your end. I hate your family. Interesting. I don't fit into your world. Yeah, this is pretty consistent. Wherever you came from, if this is about a love situation or friends, they just didn't relate to your family, to where you come from. They first took that as they don't like your family, the world that you're from, but then underneath it all, it's that they didn't feel like they were fitting in with you. That's why they saw you as a threat, and they're realizing that it's safe, that they don't have to hold on so much, that it's literally okay. Yeah, it's literally just fine. Yeah, they were overthinking and they're sorry, mother-in-law. I don't know what that means. You might fill in those dots there for whoever that resonates. Something in there about that. And on the bottom deck, I wrote you off right away. again, that goes with the reading. I wrote a lot of messages here, a lot of different things, some positive things. So it's interesting to see what came out here. I just wrote these, so fascinating. Oh, I feel called to pull this. I just don't have standards. Is that really what it says? I don't even remember writing that. I just don't have standards. Question mark. This person is confused. I don't even remember writing that. That's so funny. Yeah, they don't even, these people, they didn't have their lives together like you. They don't have strong boundaries, a strong truth, a strong wisdom like you. So it was threatening. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know what's going on. They might have gossiped. They might have said a couple negative things about you because they thought maybe you'd take their place. But the truth is you come in peace. All right, pile number 1. I hope that this helped you, realize what people have realized about you. And it's actually kind of a nice message because it's really positive. What they realized about you is that you're safe, you're trustworthy, and you're smart, and you are wise, okay? And I'm pulling, oh, that's funny that came out. Sacred Journey. It's funny it came out because it was already there. I saw it. I shuffled the deck. It came right back out. Number 22. You might want to look up number 22 of angel messages, angel number messages of the Sacred Journey. Life cycles, family, and transformation. Family is there, so that makes sense as to why maybe mother-in-law came out there. Maybe your mother-in-law or your in-law family. Maybe it took them a second to realize that you could be trusted and that you were a safe person, that the things you were saying were out of love, and that you were not a scary bear. You were just a bear getting honey, all right? You weren't going to hurt anyone. You weren't really a threat. You're a powerful person. Maybe you're a threat if someone's on your bad side, but overall, you were never going to hurt them. You were only going to bring them good things. Maybe if this is about family, maybe even a grandchild, and it would be good. Maybe you would be a good person to have a grandchild with, all right? Anyway, this is from the Gaia Oracle Sacred Journey. I'm getting the vibes here that I'm going to look in the book before we close out, but getting the vibes here that this is the sacred journey of life. This is a normal thing that we go through. This is not too crazy of a message. This is natural. This is a part of life, and it is a trial that you're meant to endure and get through. And a lot of people have also gone through this with you, like this tree of life, like this whole life cycle deal, mother-in-law stuff or family stuff, whatever this is. It's not super fun, but it is normal nonetheless. Let me read this to you. Sacred Journey. Life cycles, family, and transformation. This is a realization that's going to transform your family or whoever this reading is about for the better. It's painful, but once after this realization, things are going to get better. All right. Life is a physical journey through time and space, yet it is also a spiritual journey that transcends both time and space. Physically, we are born of the earth, and to the earth we shall return. Yet spiritually, we are never born and we never die. We never come and we never leave. This card reminds you that we are each so much more than our physical realities. Yeah, that actually makes me think about the message that you got earlier of, what did it say? Hope eternal. And the small things, simple pleasures, happiness, that you are very enduring, that you are very consistent, and that you have been here maybe a long time with these people, that you have shown these people how consistent you are and how trustworthy you are and how you are enduring and constant. Anyway, in fact, from our soul's perspective, this current life is just one page in a never-ending book, which is the eternal story of life. We are all characters in a play, and we have each chosen different roles. Your family is a central part of this journey. So they're realizing that you are a central part of their family, or of whatever group this is, this friend group, or whatever it might be. Each member plays their respective roles, each member your co-star and partner. Each play is designed for maximum dramatic effect, otherwise it will all get very boring. In effect, we're all actors, we're all each required to play our roles well. It is through our human drama we expand our understanding of love, the different roles we play, and the people we encourage to help us grow. Through drama, we come to understand just how sacred life is. Thank your soul for the journey. So what you bring to the table, pile number 1, that they're realizing is that even though there's been drama, it's not necessarily your fault. It is the way of things, and it is what moves you all forward, and each person plays a part that's important, including you. So even though they might have wanted to write you off from the beginning, they see now, maybe through some things that have happened, that you are an essential role to moving things forward for the family, friend group, or whatever person this is. And an affirmation for you is, the role I play in this life's transient, I am the essence, a being of light. My family members, it's interesting that family comes up in this, because I really feel like this is about family, or friends that feel like family. You can let me know in the comments. I just say pile number 1 and whatever the situation, because I am nosy. Anyway, my family members are some of my greatest teachers. All human drama helps me expand my awareness of love. My soul is not confined by time and space. I'm now feeling like this isn't new. I'm feeling very much like this has been a situation you've been in for a long time, possibly. And that it hasn't been easy, and that you've changed things by coming in. And it took these people a long time to realize that it was important. It was important for you to join this group. It was important for you to come in, and it was your purpose to change things. And it wasn't very fun for them, and it was uncomfortable for you, because you're like, what the heck? Like, I mean, I just came here. I had good intentions. What's going on? And you were just steady, wise, and doing your thing, trying to offer value to them. And it wasn't as easy as it could have been. They made it harder for you. And they're sorry now. And I'm sensing some regret, that they regret it. That sometimes people they don't react well to leaders. They don't react well to new people, to leaders. And, it took them some time, and maybe you got some space from them. I don't know the situation, but now there's some regret. They're sorry. And now, maybe after a lot of time punishing you for just being yourself, for just existing, for just coming from where you come from, even if you didn't mean to be this kind of person, this is just who you are. The camera cut out, so I'm not really sure where I left off. But whatever's meant to be in the reading is meant to be. What I was saying is, these people are sorry. And at first I was saying they might not tell you that they're sorry, but I'm actually feeling like these people are a little bit more softened to you, and they might tell you they're sorry. They might not. Basically, they regret a little bit the way that they were hard on you and didn't, they weren't as trusting. And in fact, not just that they weren't trusting, but they expected something negative from you. They expected ill intention from you, and they're sorry about that. They might apologize. I don't normally get that. I usually see that as like only internally are they sorry, but I actually think they might actually be sorry, and they might say that. And for the tarot I just pulled here, I got the Hierophant in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they see you for what you're worth. If you see the snail here, there's a little snail right there. It's hard to see. It's a little snail there at her feet. It's kind of symbolizing how slow and steady it is to build one's wealth or one's garden, that you have been a slow, quiet, humble presence in all that you've built and all that you've been and all that you've done. And with this reverse Hierophant, they have been humbled and seeing that they don't know everything, that maybe they once thought they knew the rules of life, but they're seeing that why you have come to being this person. They're seeing the dedication it takes and the wisdom and the steady work, I guess, that you've done. So that's what people have realized about you. They're now realizing that they really didn't know. They really didn't know. They really didn't know. And I didn't mean to, but the I don't want you came up here. So they just weren't ready. They didn't expect or want a new person in their group. They just weren't prepared. They just weren't prepared for it. And they realize now why you've come into their lives or came into their lives in the past. Who knows if it's too late, if you've already walked away from them because they didn't see your worth. I don't really know. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Pile number 1. I'm just going to pull some charms here and I'll do the magic 8 ball and I'll move on to pile number 2. Okay. So I mixed it up here a little bit. I put a lot of new charms in there. All right. I think that's good. All right, let's read the pin. Gilmore Girls Coffee. Okay. Got this big old heart here. There's a lot of love for you. There's a lot of love in you. You come in peace. You come with love. And they've realized that. We've got the 9 of Wands. Ooh, this is a big burden, a big difficulty. A lot of boundaries. It's been a lot for them. Maybe alcohol was involved. Maybe something went down. This is a bottle cap for champagne. Maybe there was something that went down at a party with the moon cycles here and Saturn. No, it's not moon, that's Saturn. This was a big realization they had. I believe something really unfair happened here. Something really unfair, maybe at a celebration, happened toward you. And it just was uncalled for. And it's because maybe there was too much of a battle, too many boundaries, too many fights, too much of a burden, too much of a heavy load, too much. I'm just sensing unfairness here on you, too much of a heavy load like on you. Yeah, this has hit them like a ton of bricks with Saturn. The heavy lesson here is that they've learned is that you are love, that you've come in. This is really hurting me, that you were just so much love that they needed and they denied it. And I've got 2 lavenders here that I might burn after this to cleanse the energy. You're a comforting energy. You're comforting energy, and they took that as a threat. So anyway, let me know what you think about that, and I will see you, pile number 1, in my next video. Thank you so much. Hello, pile number 2. Let's get started. I don't know what it is, but between pile number 2 and pile number 1, I suddenly just got really, really warm. I also rolled, in pile number 1, I rolled a 1, so I figured that was like, oh, it's pile number 1, it's the beginning of the readings. I rolled a 3 here. I'm feeling like a lot of things are being created, a lot of things are happening. Yep, so if you chose this nice washi tape with the moon here and the constellations, very pretty blue, then this is your pile number 2. I'm just going to put that in my book so I can scribble and kind of feel you out, because I'm feeling like what I love is I'm feeling a very different energy here already from pile number 1. And we've got here, it says new life. It's so funny. I was feeling like it was a love reading You can correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe this has to do with love. New life. Love is the flower you've got to let grow. And time. Interesting. So let's see what we pull. What are they realizing about you? What are people realizing about you? Pile number 2. And I already pre-shuffled, but I just want to give you some effect here. The Chariot. Okay. A lot of changes. Things are moving on to a new phase for you in this new season. We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. A lot has already happened. Maybe some difficult things. Your cup is overflowing though with the Ace of Cups. And the Three of Swords in reverse. New life. Ooh, that's my phone. New life is really seeming significant. New life. Love is the flower you've got to let grow. Time. Maybe there is a lover or a person that you love in your life who's being impatient with you. Or something like that, where they're realizing that you are growing, you're changing, and they're not ready for that. Maybe they've seen who you've become, which is beautiful and smart, and maybe you just graduated college or something. You're about to let the new things that you learned kind of come through, and they're not ready. They were uncomfortable with it. Let me know if I'm completely off base here. Love is the flower you've got to let grow. And time. Time. I feel like your cup is running over, that a lot of good things are happening for you or will be happening for you. And there were some things in the past, but that's kind of over, the negative things. And maybe the person or the people that you want to know about with what they've realized, maybe this is what they're realizing, that you're okay, that you're smart, that you're moving on, that you're in a new phase. And maybe they just didn't expect this new life, this new love of life, maybe you're in a new love, maybe your parents, or maybe you love someone. I'm putting these in my book. Maybe you love someone and the people in your life took a while to accept what you've grown, or the life that you love, that you've grown. And maybe they realize it took you time, or it's taking them time to realize how mature you are and how far you've come. But maybe they realize that the impression they had of you was wrong, because good things, beautiful things, learning and being emotionally fulfilled takes time. Maybe the people that you're talking about, they expected you to have it all together immediately. So they were too hard on you, but they've come to realize that it took some time, and that's normal, and that's fine, and you're actually just fine. And they might have overjudged it. Interesting. Let's get some cards from the, what is this? Bluebird Lenormand Fortune Telling. Love this deck. Super haunted mansion-y to me. It's got little fortunes on it. Clouds. Yeah, these people, maybe they were parents or in their head about who you're dating or marrying. Tower. Everything kind of fell apart. I don't know. Love seems to be what this is, about a lover, about what you've chosen to do in your life, in this life that you've grown with a lover. But it could also be that you just, have gotten to a certain place in your career, or you've built something. And this is a huge tower for these people. They just cannot believe how stable you are and how your life is going places. And maybe they used to just freak out, or they were just not believing that you had it together and that your plan was headed somewhere. But it's kind of not fair. I said this in pile 1, but it's kind of not fair of them, because in hindsight, this was normal, and of course you were going to pull through. House. Yeah. Let me read that. I keep hitting the camera stand. A stately house beyond the gate bestows stability, exactly, upon your fate. In love and play, your chance to win depends on how you're forced to begin. They didn't think you were going to be stable. They were all up in their head. They thought that it was cloudy. Your future was cloudy. And they were just like, I don't know. They're probably not going to be a good thing. But they were sorely mistaken. Maybe this just happened. This tower just happened. Everything just came crumbling down. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't know why I think it's so funny that a 3 also with what you rolled there. A 3 is like creation, 2 makes 3. You were always kind of had a plan. Somewhere in there you had a plan, and it worked out and it paid off, and what you've been working toward is stable, and you've got stable love or a stable home or stable career. You're headed places. And these people, they're just like mind blown, like what what the hell? Pardon my cursing, but like seriously, garden, the things you built are beautiful. Beautiful. Maybe you're 20. Maybe you're young. Maybe it is your parents. If you're not, that's fine. Apply it to where it applies. But this just reminds me, the energy reminds me of parents that are like freaking out about if their little baby is going to make it. But you climb that mountain. And you have a beautiful garden and a beautiful foundation. New friends will arrive. The garden retreat party will go. New friends will arrive. Romance may flow. A romance keeps coming up. Romance, by the way, didn't come up in the last pile. It was all family. Romance. So this might have to do with a career you love. I keep saying career because of the Chariot. Because that has to do with sometimes education that brings you into new lands and new places. Life to be in. Maybe you moved into, like, this also makes me think of like a young person who moves to New York City to start their life over, and it's like a bright future. Apply that energy to what your life is. It doesn't actually literally have to mean that. It's more like the energy. And it's just an example, an archetype. Life's to be enjoyed with nature all around in this verdant setting, beauty and peace abound. Maybe you've been peaceful about it. Maybe you've been like, I'm fine, you guys. I'm okay. I don't know where all of your worry is coming from. And neither do I, man. I don't know where these people's worry is coming from. You are okay. And I'm going to do some channel drawing for a sec before I continue. This is pile number 1 over here, and this is you. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's been a little bit more bumpy, but you've steadily moved forward. Maybe you've been studying really hard. You've been doing well. I don't know why these people have been like, what's their problem? They're holding on to, I don't know why. Like, I hate that feeling that people are just like, oh no, like, I don't know why you think you could do something with your life. Like, yeah, come on. Sacred journey again. I got the sacred journey again. And loss. Okay. Maybe they were afraid to lose you, or maybe you've lost a lot fighting for yourself here. Fighting tooth and nail. Maybe this has been painful for you to be positive and to keep going and to move on, move forward. And like, maybe you just want their support, or maybe if it's like your love, like you've worked so hard to get to where you are, like so much, not worked hard, but more like sad. It's been sad. Like you've shed tears over these people's opinion of you, and that they just have these types of worry with the sacred journey. With the sacred journey, it was again family and the cycles of family that we read in pile number 2. Yeah, confirmation there from my phone. So this is a natural phase. The tree and the hearts, the 4 hearts stand out. You are stable. 4, yep, is stability. You have been stable. And this star also stands out to me. With how many points? 6 points. you've been kind of in aligned, you know, and maybe you don't know, but you've been led by your spiritual journey and your path and your North Star. And you've been growing and you've been stable. And maybe these people are failing to see, or were failing to see in the past, that this is normal and they were overreacting. You're stable and you're okay. And sometimes things really are just a phase, and it's okay to go through phases. It's encouraged even. And maybe you even were like a source of like, hey, it's fine, like comforting these people. And they're realizing now in hindsight, with this tower, their minds are blown. Like maybe you were kind of comforting them, kind of being like their therapist. I don't want to say the therapist, but you know when you like comfort people who are older than you, people who are supposed to be more mature than you, into being like, everything is okay, and you know, not everything goes bad for everyone. Not everybody's childhood goes negative. Not everybody has as many rocky, roadblocks as you. Just because you had them doesn't necessarily mean that like I have the same roadblocks. It's gonna be okay. Maybe you had to comfort people and be the mature one, and maybe they saw you as a free spirit or something, or saw you in a way that was just not you. It was something younger, more immature. I really don't know. Like I'm feeling like this is family maybe not approving of a lover, or like people who maybe have invested too much in feeling like you need them and not seeing you as your own person, not seeing you as an adult when you are an adult who can take care of yourself. And this has been like, you cried over this. I don't know, like loss, like maybe they were scared of losing you. Oh, I feel called to pull from the African Oracle deck to get some healing situation out of here. There is a mosquito in here, man. I gotta get him. He's freaking me out, man. Okay. Ogunda, strategy is the path to success. Maybe look up angel number 5 as well. 5 is like a creation number, but a creation through difficulty. You have had to be strategic about this. Maybe you kind of had to sneak out the back to go to where you needed to go, and you had to fight tooth and nail, a little bit hostile. Maybe you had to be hostile. Maybe you fought like, oh my gosh, again, this is just an example, like, oh my gosh, mom. Maybe you had to like fight and show them that you were strong and show them that you were stable, and like it made you sick. It was a little bit chaotic. But who you are is okay, and you are going to where you need to go, and you don't need their approval, and you're going to do it regardless. And maybe they kind of threw you off balance with all of this kind of weakening you in their minds. When you went and did whatever decision this was, that really caused a tower for them. And I'm getting the sense that they were way too invested in your decisions. This wasn't something that concerned them. This was something that was you and your life, and it was your decision to make. And you were going to be just fine. And that's what they're finally realizing, is that you were fine. And they caused you all this grief. And for what? I'm going to pull you some messages, and then I'll do some, charms. Let's go out. I think they just wanted to hang out with you. And they realize that they're going to lose you, that you're not really meant to be doing what these people are doing, whoever this reading is about. You're not really meant to be doing what they're doing, and they just wanted to be with you. I'm so mad at you. Oh, okay. This is actually really clarifying some things for me. Being around you makes me feel bad. Okay. Let me just read the back here. Mad face. Mismatched vibes. Okay. You make them feel insecure. you're more secure and knowing about yourself and what you're going to do, or at least that's how they perceive you, what they're realizing about you, and it makes them mad. Maybe it made you mad, like the way they treated you made you so mad. You know, like when you would, yeah, with the lost card, I'm not feeling like you were like crying, like sad about it. Like you cried because you were mad because of the grief they've caused you and the unneeded tears that you had to go through from what they were putting on you was just too much. Yeah, this is too intense. They were being way too intense. I was thinking these messages were going to be from them, but I feel like it's from you. That like you're so freaking mad, like so much that you're crying, like tears coming out of your face from frustration. They're giving you, I'm feeling a headache. Pile number 2. This is too intense. Yeah, like that's why I'm getting parents vibes, like against maybe who you chose to marry or something. Being around you makes me feel bad. Oh my gosh. You ever hear that meme? I channeled these messages and I wrote them down the other day. The leave me alone, please leave me alone. You know that one? Leave me alone, please leave me alone. That's how you're feeling. You're feeling like, leave me alone. Like, I'm fine. Like, that's why you got these swords out and you've got to be strategic because these people make you have to be sneaky. You can't tell them anything. You got to just do what you got to do or they're going to try to stop you because they are too freaked out or too scared. It's like they're, again, I can bring up parents again. Like, it's almost like the energy of like parents. It's like my little baby can't do it on their own. So, but the baby like literally isn't a baby anymore. They're an adult and they literally can do it. They're a grown man and they need to get a job and they need their parents to let them move out and go live their life. You promised. Okay. So these people, being around these people has made like this energy that they've had you in was making you feel so bad, and they almost like held maybe a promise you made, or they held this over your head that you were always going to be here with them. Check. So the camera cut out, but I got up from my chair and this card was under it with the butterflies. So you're a beautiful butterfly, this 8 here, 8 of Swords, like where this is almost like trapped you in like a mental prison where you couldn't blossom into the butterfly you were, so you had to like force yourself away so that you could blossom and be a butterfly in secret, or you had to like force your way out. And these messages, in the majority of them, I feel like these are from you. Even though you promised might be a message from you to these people or something that you said to them, because with the I don't know what you want me to say, I don't want you. With the I don't know what you want me to say, indifference, father, maybe a lover or a parent or father, maybe they promised to let you go. They promised to allow you to blossom, or they made you promise that you'd never leave or something. And it's put you in a spot where like, this has been so stressful that there's nothing even left to say. The natural progression with Sacred Journey is that you had to go. You had to go to the next level. You couldn't help it. It was the natural progression. And there's nothing more you could say. There's nothing more you could do. And even though it caused this massive tower for them, this massive realization that you are going to grow. You have to grow. It is natural. And you can't even help it. And it just is what it is. And that is what's going to happen. It's hard for them. It's hard for them to realize this. I'm so sorry. Like, this is annoying. Yeah, you're this beautiful. I pulled the charms. I wasn't even supposed to pull the flower out, but it came out. Beautiful sunflower. If you're a daughter, you want to go places. 11, and it's a ticket. Synchronicity, life calls to you. Exciting new things, shows. Maybe something went down at a show. Maybe there was a show you wanted to go to that you had to sneak out to. Sorry if you're older and I'm making you sound like a teenager who has to run away from their father, but with this champagne bottle and this stability, you're not immature. Yes, like maybe they're scared that you want to go out and party or live your life and celebrate, but you are stable. You are trustworthy. You're a comforting with this lavender. You're a comforting presence. You're feminine. Even if you're masculine, there's beauty. You bring something beautiful to the table. Yeah. Yeah, you do. And you're going to be, and you are just fine. And you can hold your own. And all that worry and all that stuff that they put on you, that this person put on you, these people, it's almost like they've pushed you away and made you want nothing to do with them because they were trying to prevent you from following your bliss, prevent you from following the signs, from going after the synchronicities in your life that pointed you toward what you needed to do. And it sucks, like, for them. But, it is what it is, and that's what they've realized, and it's devastating for them. So anyway, I hope that you gleaned something from this, and I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. Check, check. Hello, pile number 3. I just realized that for the other 2 piles, I didn't remember to do the magic 8 ball. Oops. Well, it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. For pile number 3, I rolled a 5 here, which is difficult, more uncomfortable, not necessarily difficult, but uncomfortable creation of things. So let's just figure this out here for pile number 3. If you chose this sun eclipse, starry night, dark blue, washi tape, this is your reading. Let me just put that in my book for channeling. I keep hitting that stand, sorry. Maybe I'll do a more convenient setup next time. This one's a little tight. There we go. Putting that in my book. Let's get your energy, pile number 3. Okay, a little sharper. A little bit of a sharper energy here. And we've got this tape here. Let it grow, bloom, blossom, sunny days. Spring is in the air. So for what are people realizing about you with the let it grow, let it grow, let it grow? I wonder if I know you, whoever's watching. The Lorax there. I don't know, I feel like this familiar energy. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe you live in a small world, a small town. Bloom. But you bloom in a small town. You bloom in a small world. Blossom. I'm feeling like things are going well for you right now, pile number 3. And that's what people might begin to notice. The sunny days. It's all starting now in the spring. So if it hasn't happened yet, some positive things coming toward you. Spring is in the air. Hallelujah. Happy New Year. Let it grow, let it grow. I'm just seeing the Lorax's mustache right now. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know the words. What you reap, you can sow. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, lots of yellow, lots of, yeah, maybe you're like a sunshiny, happy person. I could be totally wrong here. I'm still getting a feel for you, pile number 3. Ace of Pentacles, very abundant. So you got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse here. Maybe in the past, people weren't realizing the things you brought to the table. 9 of Wands in reverse. 4 of Wands. Okay, maybe in the past. Ooh, what I was thinking there, I'm just going to shoot because I got a confirmation. What I was thinking there was maybe in the past people, maybe you had your guard up or they had their guard up with you, or they didn't see what you brought to the table, maybe financially or just physically. And now, like, they're seeing you with your stable home and stable friend group, stable something with what you created. And now they're seeing this monetary value, this physical value that you have here. Maybe they had boundaries up with you. So you left. Temperance. Maybe it took you a lot of patience. Yeah. Maybe you left. Yeah. Maybe they just weren't seeing your value. And it was kind of disrespectful, to be honest. The point where you just had to draw a line there and just do the hard thing and walk away. Because only until they saw what you had were they able to, did they want you? Or, I don't know, but maybe you felt disrespected, and it took a lot of self-control on your end here. Self-control with their disrespect. And maybe you walked away emotionally, maybe not physically, but maybe you walked away. Yeah, ouch. I hate when people are like that, man. What are you realizing? Loss again. Trying to shuffle. Yeah, they're lost. They're like, oh no, there they go. I didn't know what I had. Boo-hoo. Now that I see how awesome and rich they are, and how popular they are, and how great their house and their parties are, I'm so sad. Oh no. Yeah, Tree of Life in reverse. Let me go get the book and I'll read that for you. Where is that? Yeah, from the Gaia Oracle. Number 1. Look up Angel number 1. You're starting so many things new, and if this is truly their loss, wow. It's funny. Tree of Life, fertility, creativity. Yeah, creativity, man. Destiny, magical blessing. You are so blessed. Yeah, you are so blessed. And they did not notice that. The magical tree depicted in this image is symbolic of your life's journey, having matured and grown strong through the changing seasons and cycles of life. You have now reached a stage of creative abundance. Your roots, this is so hilarious how everything just goes together. Your roots firmly planted in fertile soil of your dreams and imagination. You are now ready to fulfill your destiny. Yeah, you're like, I'm getting the sense like you're in your destiny. You have like got that abundance. It is happening, especially right now. The struggle is over. The creative cycle begins. One infused with your love and all wisdom that you have gained through your life to date. The struggle is over. From now on, you will achieve greater results than ever before. You will do this with grace, poise, and ease. All your past experiences, all the knowledge you have gained, and all your previous work now will come together to serve a higher, more heartfelt purpose. Oh my God. This period in which you truly are the master of your own destiny, a time where anything you would truly love to achieve or create is possible. I'm sorry I'm laughing at these people. These readings are so funny, the what have they realized? Because it's got a certain energy to it. It's like always their loss, isn't it? Always their loss. The things they finally realized. Here's your affirmation, okay? I am the master of my own destiny. All I truly desire, I create. All I create through love. All I create is for the higher good of all. I'm truly blessed and grateful for all the abundance in my life. It's so funny. You are so abundant. Because I got this like gardener chick, right, with the temperance. She's got like her fertile soil, 1 foot on that water, 1 foot on the ground. She knows how to balance. And I also cut the deck there, High Priestess. There's wisdom there as well. Then we've got Ace of Pentacles, which you've got in your head. You've got that coin. You've got that knowledge. You've got physical stability. Ace of Wands. They're like, oh, I'm so sad. I didn't realize this Tree of Life. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of them, but oh, I'm so sad. Whoever this person is or these people are. This is where you got right now. The Four of Wands. You got it going on. Good things, man. Lots of yellow and green. Very good things. And that's what they're realizing, is that you have things going for you, like that you had things to offer, like real things, man. You had things to offer. and the ability to create more things because you got creative abundance. You've got that, got the money, you have the ability to make things come into fruition, and they blew it or something. I don't know. But they're realizing it. I just can't help but laugh at them. This is like, because it's like, it sucks to suck, man. Just dropped my book. The moon card. They don't even know what you're doing now. Fish, yeah, you've got, and then the mice. Like, they would be lucky. They feel now that they'd be lucky to just glean from the scraps. It's like too late or something. They would be lucky to eat your scraps. Even the scraps would be abundant for them. You've got so much. Yeah. Fortune, amass, a fish will swim away up. Yeah. You've got a lot of things coming. They don't even know what you're working on. They don't even know. They're even thinking to themselves, like, I don't even know what's next. Like, they've got so much going for them that, like, it could be anything. And they're always going to have opportunities and things coming toward them. And I would be lucky to even glean from, maybe this is work related or something. Like, they did not know. And that sucks for them. Let me get one from the African Oracle, okay? Okay, let's see. Oshi, number 10. Look up the angel number 10. The shine of gold. I just love how things work out like this. Like, every reading has been so synchronistic. It's good to see that happen. The shine of gold fascinates, but also dazzles. They are enchanted. Enchanted. My guy, enchanted. They don't know how you do it. It's almost like you're doing a magic trick for them. They don't even know. Like, what you do is so different, and it's just amazing to them. They can't even fathom. It was in reverse. Like, they can't even begin to understand. Maybe they're in poverty and, like, you come from a more stable situation or something, but they don't even know how to even get to square one here. And that's what they're realizing about you. I don't know what they thought about you before, because this is my first impression of you. And my first impression is that you are reliable and stable. You are just like, like a normal, abundant person. Like, I don't know what they thought of you before. Maybe they were, I can't even begin to speculate. I don't even know what they thought of you before. Let's get some messages. Because I'm not even sure who these people are and what it is and why they're suddenly, maybe, is this a new environment that you're in? I'm just a mean person. It was in reverse when I pulled it. They were just mean. I don't know what they thought before. I am inconsiderate. Damn. Cry me a river. Oh, I treat everyone like this. Cry me a river, girl. Mismatched vibes. Being around you makes me feel bad. You make these people feel bad. Mismatched vibes. Like, you guys are just not cut from the same cloth. You make them feel bad. Maybe they thought you were, because it was in reverse, maybe they thought you were just a mean person. Maybe, like, they saw you with all that pizzazz, all that stuff, and they just thought you weren't good or something. And I mean, maybe they thought you were inconsiderate. Like, maybe it's like that thing where people judge the rich just because they're rich. I'm not saying you're rich. I'm just saying, like, you're rich in something here, and you've got the creative ability here. They judged you, and they thought you were this kind of person that when you came to them, maybe with, like, your problems, they, like, just didn't give a crap. I treat everyone like this, and I think this is them, that they just treat people like this off the bat. They just feel bad. I wrote you off right away. Yeah, they wrote you off right away. And they treat it, it's not personal. This feels less personal. This feels like maybe it's work, maybe it's like a new environment that you're in where you're getting to know people or something of that nature. And they just wrote you off right away. And they're realizing how much you bring to the table. And you're actually quite intimidating for them, and they're just like, oh, I'm embarrassed about how I treated them. They're embarrassed about how they treated you already, like the way that they acted when they met you or something. Okay, let's charms. Synchronicity button. I got this pin here, a Disney pin of the raccoon and the pug from Pocahontas. They're kind of like, they become friends later, but they are natural enemies. They're at odds. All right, they're at odds. With the bobby pin. Clothespin, sorry. Yeah, sometimes this could be like a symbol for like suicide awareness or helping those in need, helping people in disenfranchised situations. Maybe you've been disenfranchised in some way and they judged you based on how you looked, but you actually, maybe they thought things come easy to you or something. I've been hearing tarot readers say that. I'm not trying to say that as a cop-out, but like really, sometimes people just look at you and they think that everything came to you easily because of how you look, and maybe they just think just everything came to you easily, but it didn't. And they don't know your struggles. These people don't freaking know you. You're some foreign creature. These two animals from Pocahontas, from the Disney movie, they come from different lands. Like they are like a cat and mouse situation. Like they're chasing each other. They're fighting. They're at odds. They are not from the same place. So they're like mortal enemies until they become friends. These people, they did not know. Like they just assumed maybe that your life was, that you didn't earn what you had, or that you didn't have these things because of your own talent or creativity. So they thought that was like a reason to write you off and be a jerk to you. And you actually came to them with the 11, with the ticket, for a reason. You're like a golden ticket in their life. I keep thinking about shows here because of this card reminds me of magicians, or dazzling you reminds me of like a show, like may remind me of going to like the Pantages or something. And with the 11, the tickets, like you were valuable. Like you could have really, you're like a golden ticket or a ticket to, maybe you're an actor or something. Like you could have brought something to them of value that could have not just been entertaining, but been valuable or interesting, something that they would have liked. Okay, something that they could have built from. Maybe you're even like cute and fun. And yeah, they just decided like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like a stuffy manager who just wants to give you a hard time at work or something. But you're valuable with this. I always think about this as like a natural pinnacle. Ooh, it's an oak tree. I just dropped it, so I got to plant that. It's an oak tree seed. You are valuable. And they're just going to like let that go by, and they're just going to miss that, and they're going to miss this person that gives them value. I think that the last two readings kind of had that there, because that is what people realize, isn't it, in hindsight? This wasn't meant to be in there. This is something my kids made me. It's a little broken piece of like a letter. Dear Mom, I love you so much. Yeah. I don't know how that ended up in my charms. I'm going to put that in my special box, but I don't know if that means something to you. Dear Mom, I love you so much. You something. This. A letter. Maybe something about a letter. Maybe they're going to write you a letter. Maybe something. A letter of recommendation. Maybe they realized they were wrong. That maybe you guys could have been friends, but they didn't even give you a chance. That this could have been something deep. This could have been something sweet. This is something sweet. They're realizing that maybe you didn't just have everything handed to you. Maybe you have had grief. You have had difficulty in your life. You've lived a life, okay? And maybe they shouldn't have just written you off and been like, cry me a river, like I don't care about your problems. Like maybe you've tried to open up to them and they just did not care, because they saw what you had. They saw who you were. They saw your talent. And they just had no softness for you. And it was not fair. And that's what they've realized. So that's all I have for you today, pile number 3. Okay, see you next time. Hello, pile 4. Everyone, I just feel like the energy sort of started over. And everybody in pile 1 through 3 had something in common. But now I feel like everything is just like completely renewed here. So, I don't know who that resonates with, but I'm just feeling a whole new renewal of a different energy altogether in pile number 4. I'm even going to use Rider-Waite deck. I'm just feeling called to do that. And also, weirdly enough, I forgot to use the magic 8 ball in all 3 of the past piles, and I kind of think that was meant to be. That they weren't meant to ask a yes or no question, and that it just was what it was. But I'm not really feeling like that's going to happen in pile number 4. So anyway, let's get started. I can't find my oil here to cleanse the space to the next pile. So let's just do my singing bowl. Ooh, that was nice. That was so nice. Oh my, that was clean. Ooh, yeah. Quite nice indeed. I found a ladybug in it, actually, as I was setting this up. Super cute. It just made me feel like, yes, I need to do a reading. So anyway, if you chose pile number 4, we've got this Orion's belt. Oh, I don't know if you could see it here. Yeah, do you see it? There's the constellation of Orion and his belt. So I would look that up to figure out what the significance of that is for you. There's a couple of other constellations on here. But anyway, there we go. I'll just call that pile number 4 is Orion. So I'm sensing some heroicness here. In joy or sadness, flowers are our constant friends. Beauty. With the flowers being your friends, I don't know why I'm thinking about those flowers from Alice in Wonderland. They're not really friends. It's kind of gossipy, but I was getting more of a sense, like in a positive way, that you do have friends, not that they're like those flowers. Maybe you fit in well with your friends. And maybe especially right now, in the spring, things are going pretty well for you. I'm just going to put that in my book. I don't know why. I'm just doing it. It just seems like the thing to do today for me. Just to get the energy here for pile number 4. Joy or sadness, flowers are our constant friends. Maybe you've had some times of loneliness. But you found comfort and joy in those things. Yeah. Interesting energy we've got here. A little curvier, I should say. And, I don't know, I'm already getting, I knew it. I knew it would be something fresh, this energy is completely feeling different. I'm getting chills. I was really hot in the last pile, and the temperature in this room is the same. Like, it's just nighttime, and my family is sleeping. I'm just in this room that's very controlled. Like, I don't know where this chill is suddenly coming from. Yeah. I'm getting very magical vibes. And just the fact that I wanted to use a different deck too. Just let's see what comes out. What are people realizing about pile number 4? I'm just feeling like just grabbing these. I'm not really looking, I'm just grabbing them. Okay, so I'm sensing disappointment, loneliness. You've tried some things that haven't really worked out. Or maybe they didn't end the way you expected. Oh my gosh, I even turned the deck over because I thought I was getting too many reversals, and I'm still getting reversals. I was like, this person's getting too many reversals. Maybe I need to turn the deck around. And there's still reversals. Oh, I'm going to pull that. Damn, another one. Let me just look. Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Let me just shuffle this really good. I'm sensing some things have been unfair for you. And it's getting to a point where you've stopped being in hermit mode and you've just given in to the wheel of time, and you're just kind of, maybe you're pessimistic these days, taking everything by the seat of your pants, or whatever that saying is. Like, you're taking hardships on. It's almost like you're expecting them. All right. I mean, it's not too crazy. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, in the previous season, there was just a lot coming at you to the point where you're just like, all right, universe, like, I don't even know. A lot of unfairness. But there's been some generosity in it, and things have come to completion. But I feel like people have lied about you and seen... Okay. You went through a lot, and you came out of the end of it victorious and stable and even generous, to the point where maybe you were even like emotionally defeated, or maybe your reputation, see with those flowers, and the flowers, extra special power, like the flowers in Alice in Wonderland that I was thinking about earlier. I would look up the story of Orion. I can't remember, but isn't he a warrior with like a magic belt or something? I could be wrong. I just feel like you took all these failures or these difficulties with a really admirable stride, and you remained strong and generous and kind in the face of lies and social destruction, social murder, or I don't know if I can say that word. So people gossiped or destroyed your character socially or something. But in the end, you still came out correct, or you were lucky and you were emotionally balanced. Like, you knew who you were or something. You knew what you had. You knew you were still good. I don't like to say good and bad about people, but like, I'm seeing that even though a bunch of negative things happened to you, and people lying about you and socially assassinating you, you chose to still be good, and you still were good, and you were still kind. It's interesting. That's what people realize. And now you're starting over. Am I right about this? Like, I feel like I'm missing something here. Are you going to tell me that I am right about this? Please tell me, pile number 4 in the comments. Like, what is this? Like, is that what happened? Like, this seems like pretty catastrophic. This seems pretty, maybe there was a divorce, or maybe your marriage lived through all of that, and people were like, what? Yeah, maybe your marriage or your relationship survived through it. Something like your wealth, like, because I'm even seeing here with the 10 of Pentacles, like, your wealth, what you had, like, was not destroyed. Like, what you built was not destroyed. What was valuable that you had, like this ring, like your love is alive, it says. It will ever be bright, to continue to thrive. Yeah. You just remained thriving, and you climbed these hard mountains. I'm thinking about warrior. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. I could be wrong about Orion. I can't remember the myth. But what I'm thinking is, you've been a warrior, and you've been strong. Yeah, and you've remained upright and tried and true, and you fought through. And that's what people are realizing about you, is that they couldn't take you down. They couldn't, no matter what they said, no matter how they couldn't destroy you. They couldn't destroy your reputation. Not really. They couldn't lie about you with the Ace of Swords in reverse. They tried, or somebody tried. They thought that they for sure would have destroyed you, or what happened would have destroyed you, but it just didn't. Like, you're kind of resilient. Yeah. Maybe you're religious. Maybe you read the Bible, or maybe you have a set of rules. Maybe your family taught you ancient rules that helped you, some principles with loyalty, with the dog. Maybe you look up angel number 18, which is a 9. Something you live by the book, or you live by You have good values, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's what I mean by this with cross. Like maybe you resonate with Christianity, but that might not be the case. I also see like the cross as being upright, standing up straight, being firm, clearness of head. The unopened book weaves stories concealed. When pages are read, the truth is revealed. The book guards tales of inner emotion. Blessed are the words of deep devotion. Yeah, you've chosen to be noble and good and fight the good fight and be loyal. I'm seeing marriage here, or a relationship that you are loyal to, that you are devoted to. Or like maybe your children, with your kids, you are providing, and you are that steady, you sacrifice and you give and you are generous. No matter what you've been through, it's not going to change your character and your morals and what you believe in. And it doesn't change who you are and your loyalty, no matter what people say. And that's what they realized, that they can't just break you down, or life isn't just going to break you down and change who you are. Like you could go through any bad thing. So sorry about whatever you've been through, and hopefully you have been through the worst of what you'll ever have to go through. But it's not going to change you. You're not going to change. You're going to be this person. And that's what they've realized about you. And like maybe it's time to walk away, if you haven't already, like from worrying about these people or what they think, or maybe even leave this group, because like they're just going to keep throwing hardships your way or just unnecessary things your way, because like you have enough to be content emotionally. Just the way you live is, or maybe your ideals are fulfilling. And that's what people, I almost don't want to pull. I pulled charms for everybody else, and I pulled from other decks, but I almost don't want to pull anything else for you. You seem like a really stable person. Like you've got really strong values, whatever they are. It doesn't have to be what it looks like here. I'm seeing more of a marriage, like you stand firm by your family, by your marriage, or you provide for your kids, or you provide for the people in your community. You are a loyal friend or something like this. And you already went through hell. You already went through hermit phase. You already went through disappointment. You went into things foolishly in a naive way in the past, but that's not who you are anymore. And that's what people are realizing. Like you're not naive. And just because you went through something hard doesn't mean that you were destroyed. You're still a good person. I don't know why I keep using the word good, but I think maybe you were made out to be bad, or people thought that whatever happened to you was going to change you, or was going to do something, cause some damage, and it didn't. Maybe the way that people thought. I almost don't want to say that. I'm going to pull messages, and then that's the only deck I want to use for you. I feel like it's very much this. There's something here. I'm really curious about it. I'm curious. I wish I knew more. Okay. See, I wish I knew more. Question mark. I just froze. I don't know. Maybe you know what this is. I am inconsiderate. Okay, these people were inconsiderate. You're fun. They think you're fun. I lied. They lied to you about something, or they lied about you. Mother-in-law, of course. That came up earlier. Mother-in-law. I don't know what this I just froze was. I don't want you. These are waves. I know it looks like sharks. It's because I wrote friendship, and I put waves when I channeled this, because it's like maybe you go to the beach with your friends and it looks like shark fins, but it's supposed to be waves at the beach, like hang out with your friends. Maybe these were friends or family, or maybe you are a mother-in-law. Maybe you are a good mother-in-law, and these people didn't want you and they just talked crap and they were inconsiderate of you and they just wouldn't, or they're, I don't know why I'm thinking like you're the mother-in-law, because it just, with friendship and like wanting to be friends, like, or maybe friends hurt you. Maybe that's what this was, or your mother-in-law hurt. I'm not getting it's that your mother-in-law hurt you. Maybe like something with a group or friends or something. Someone didn't defend you. They just froze. And that is what caused all that. There was like 6 cards of pain that you had in the beginning. Just 6 straight cards of hardship. And it's almost like I'm feeling like these people, this person just watched. They didn't come to your aid. They didn't comfort you. They didn't help you. And you were left alone. And it wasn't cool. And they think that you're fun. And they even, maybe they sided with other people because maybe it didn't benefit them. Maybe they didn't think it would benefit them socially in their reputation to help you. Maybe they didn't stand up to your mother-in-law, or they didn't stand up to when they, like, maybe you were getting hurt and they did nothing when they could have, just because it wouldn't have helped them. And they're just inconsiderate of other people's feelings with this I don't want you. I don't know what happened here. It seems very much like drama or like malicious, or they didn't know what to do, or they didn't know who you were going to be, or they didn't know how loyal, abundant, generous, and emotionally stable you are. They just didn't know this about you. So they allowed these things, and they even fed into the gossip and lies. I'm going to pull one more. This is too intense. The pain of, and on the bottom, I just couldn't help but look. It says, I treat everyone like this. I wrote your father. Sorry, I'm just looking. I like you as a person. I was out to get you. Okay. Sorry, I just got really nosy. Okay. This person, it feels like bullies. They treat everyone like this. They almost like, when it's like this, I don't want you, like, they just like wouldn't let you in. They were just like too stubborn, too hard-headed about it. And you're fun. They admit that. But it was like this pain though that they're feeling from, like, it could have been fun. They could have been friends with you, but instead of they gave you hard waters. They were inconsiderate of you. They just froze, like when you were actually in trouble and actually needed somebody, they froze. And maybe they lied about you when other people were talking bad about you. Yeah. And they just didn't do anything. And they just like fed into it to like help themselves. They just got really defensive, and it's too intense now how they feel, like what they're realizing about you and about your character and about how what a good person you are. It's like way too intense for them to realize this about you. It's like overwhelming them. It's painful. Like they are reaping the harsh reality of what they did to a good person. Yeah, what they've realized, maybe that's why, because I don't think about people as good and bad. I just think, people are people and whatever. I'm just a mean person. Came up. Why'd you hurt me? Not ready. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, they're realizing that you're a good person by their standard, that they see you as a good person, and it's eating them up, and it's too intense, and they almost can't, and they don't like the way that they destroyed this, that they killed this, that they hurt a good person. It's too much for them. It's interesting. I'm gonna stop there. That's what they've realized. I'm gonna do the magic 8 ball. Ask one question, and I will give you the answer in 3, 2, 1. Let's see. It says, cannot predict now. Oh, well, I'm going to give you one more time. It cannot predict now. There's some resistance there. Maybe ask a different question. All right. My camera cut out. I don't know if you should ask another question. I was going to give you another question. I'm just going to do it. Ask one more question before we move on to pile number 5. The answer is maybe. Oh, no. My reply is no. So there you have it. Magic 8 Ball says my reply is no. And I will see you in the next pile. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content like this. And happy spring. I'm glad to see that you, pile number 4, are doing so wonderfully. And I'm really sorry about whoever this is. And they're definitely realizing things. This is too intense for them. All right. All right. Pile number 5, welcome. It has been a ride, let me tell you. Definitely, it's been interesting. Something different wants to happen in every pile. And that's par for the course, I guess. But I guess I just continue to get surprised. So anyway, I rolled this too for you guys. So it seems like something has to do with a decision or a choice or something of that matter. At least that's how I'm feeling. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for you. What are they realizing about you? What are people or the person on your mind? What are they realizing? And I'm just grabbing them. The World, 8 of Swords. Maybe there was some mental prison that you broke out of in the past, and the world has been your oyster. Things have come to completion, and you've got opportunity, anything at your fingers. And the 10 of Wands in reverse, like you don't have the same hardships you did have in the past. And once you have boundaries now, yeah, no more worries. No more worries. Yeah. Oh, the candle went out. The flame went out. So this is something that they don't like. Maybe it was a loved one, a lover. Maybe you're a woman and you broke up with a man, or it doesn't really matter, honestly. I'm only saying that because, bumped the camera again. I'm only saying that because of the cards here. You made a decision that made you happy in the long run. It got rid of a lot of worry. You got some boundaries, and you left some people a little bit disappointed, feeling like they don't even know what to do. And like the flame went out here. That flame went out. I am truly fascinated by the way these readings have gone today. Truly. Come on now. Please come back to me, little flame. We made this candle ourselves, and it kind of, did that thing when you don't prep it properly. And it just kind of went out. I think that might have to do with, burned my thumb there. Okay. That flame went out for you, man. This candle, just like this candle, without being prepped properly, it kind of sunk in there, burned a little too hot, and the wax put it out. You realized some things, and you made changes for the better, and it got rid of your worry. And maybe you have to start over. Maybe you lost some things, or maybe other people are experiencing loss from this. Oh, and I almost forgot. The washi tape, of course. You chose this candlelight arrow washi tape with the witch's hat. You see there? There's a witch hat on there. And some arrows, some direction. And a candle, yeah. There's even a candle on there. There weren't candles on the other washi tapes, that's for sure. Fascinating. Ray of sunshine, blossom by blossom, the spring begins. Your life is starting anew, man. You made hard decisions, okay? You were stuck in this, but you made the choice. And the hard times, at least for right now, are done. The hard times are over. I put some of this washi tape in my book. Just to get the energy here. I'm feeling like maybe other people are having a hard time. It's always the other people. They're having a hard time with your life and what you've done. Maybe I feel like you broke up with someone, and now maybe you've been a ray of sunshine. You shine so brightly. Maybe this flame burned so hot that it burned out. Blossom by blossom, the spring begins. You're on to a lot of new. Yeah, it's very straightforward. You're on. And these people from the past, I feel like it's one person for this. Maybe it's a love reading. This is a hard pill for them to swallow. It's a hard thing. But you went through a lot. Maybe this is a divorce. Maybe you really had to make a difficult decision here. A really difficult one, but maybe you've got some battle scars. But you came out on this. So the sun is really standing out, like flames, the candle. You are a passionate warrior, and you've gotten through. You've carried the torch for maybe even generations after you, or maybe you remembered the torch that those have carried before you, and you found your courage and you moved forward. I'm going to pull a card from the Rider-Waite. Yeah, people are realizing that your light went out. Maybe you're in this phase now, and in the future it's going to be better for you. Now that maybe you're still stuck with those battle scars. You're still a little bruised. Maybe you just left, and now the world is your oyster, and you're feeling, maybe you have like a little bit less finances. Maybe you came out, maybe you spent some money here. Maybe you lost some money leaving this situation. Maybe you're not feeling as valuable as you were. Maybe you're feeling tired, or you were. But I'm kind of feeling like there's a positive, yeah. I cut the deck. You got the Knight of Wands. That energy is going to be coming back to you. Maybe even new love. Maybe new passion. Maybe some new suitors are going to be coming your way. That's what I'm seeing. Or your energy is going to be coming back. You will have energy to tackle the things that did happen. And that's what people are realizing about you, is that maybe it was rough. Maybe it was a lot. But maybe you were going to pull through. Or maybe you are pulling through. And that's what people are realizing. I'm going to pull some messages. So sorry about that. I'm sorry. These are hard things in life. They are. You are fun. Maybe you're not feeling... You're tired, friendship. It's time to lean into your friendships, okay? I channeled these randomly the other day. So I think you should be leaning into your friendships. Right now it says you are fun, but in reverse. Maybe you're not in a phase right now where you're fun. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you've got a lot of recovery to do. Maybe you used all your energy to leave this situation. I'm seeing divorce here. Maybe you left a relationship. Maybe you lost money in this divorce. Maybe something where you learned to put your boundaries up, but you had to battle and fight for these boundaries, and you're tired now. You've lost energy. Maybe you even feel like you've lost your spark, or this was something that happened recently. But it will come back, and you will be fun again. You will have fun again, or maybe you're just now having fun again. This hard decision took a lot from you, but it will come back. Your energy is going to come back. And with this, I wrote Michael Jackson's, I don't know if you've heard that meme, but it's that quote of his where he's like, "They made it up. They lied." I don't know if you've heard that. Maybe people were lying, but you're taking it while you're able to joke about it, kind of how Michael Jackson's like able to be like about the press, like they're just making it up, okay? Those are just rumors, okay? Yeah, maybe things did happen, and you're able to do some good. What is it called when people have PR training? Maybe you're able to, what is it called? Media training, that's it. Maybe you got some good media training. You're able to bounce back from this. That's it. This too shall pass. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. You're going to bounce back from this, and you can use that nice media training voice you have, and you're going to get through this no matter what people have said or what's happened. You're going to get through, and you can get through it with that sarcasm and that humor or something. Like, I don't even know. Maybe I'll get one more message. Look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing... honestly, I look forward to seeing you doing better. That's what these people are realizing is what it is maybe the last time they saw you, you were looking rough. Like maybe you leaned into your friendships and you told them about all that stuff that was going on. Maybe you were in a rough place, but they know you're going to get that that lick back, is that what people say? I don't know. They know you're going to bounce back, or they saw that you bounce back. They look forward to seeing you when you bounce back because they believe in you. And maybe even there are people in your corner who are dispelling rumors by being like, oh, no, they lied. They lied about pile number 5. Like, pile number 5 is cool. Pile number 5 is, and with this, on this cut deck right here, this is just showing that I don't like your family. Oh, mother-in-law popped out again. Dang, that mother-in-law keeps popping out on the bottom. Yeah, maybe your allies are secretly, maybe unbeknownst to you, they are dispelling rumors and they're defending you. Maybe people are defending you even in your family against those that would kind of take this opportunity when you're low to just take a big old crap on your reputation. And you're going to pull through this. You're a warrior. You shine brightly. You've got that magic. There's that witch hat on here. You've got that direction with this arrow. Maybe you're a Sagittarius. You are going to be just fine. I don't know if you see the witch hat there. You've got magic too. And your energy and your power and your passion, if it hasn't come back to you, it will. And that's what people are realizing about you, is that you bounce back. And that you make that hard decision. You make the decision that needs to be made, and you have boundaries. You're not a doormat. And even when it's going to be like not the easy choice, you're going to make the right choice, even if it puts you at a deficit temporarily. And that's what people are realizing about you. I'm going to pull one African Oracle deck card. Angel 16. Maybe look up angel number 16, which is a 7. The tongue is the whip of the body. Yeah, people are trying to defame you, but they can't. You've got secret allies. And what they're saying about you and what people are realizing about you is that people might be speaking about you negatively, but it's not going to stop the fact that you are going to bounce back and that you're going to come back out of this and you're going to be shining and you're going to be this 9 of Pentacles turned back upright, and they can't stop it no matter what they say. And that's kind of beautiful, right? That's beautiful. And that's karma. All right. That's their karma. All right. I feel like I want to pull one more. Let me pull one more from the Gaia Oracle just to give you like a positive message. Zen Garden. Zen Garden. Look at her. Look at her. That's a strong person right there. Through all things. Inner sanctuary. You make that hard choice, but you go back to your inner sanctuary. And now I usually read, I will read it. Number 38, 8, 9, 10. Completion. You've been through it, but it's over. And when you go through hard things, you go back to your inner place and you are steady. And I'm going to read you an affirmation from this, and that's how I'll close off. Okay? And there it is, Zen Garden. Inner sanctuary. Affirmation. I accept and love the world as it is. I trust that there's a higher order to everything. I find solace in the sanctuary of my heart. I move my awareness within. I am peace. I am the peace that I seek. So you already don't care, maybe, at least not as much as other people. You don't care about the gossip or about what people might be saying. You don't care because you fully understood. I think Sagittarius is a huge theme here, and the heart chakra and passion centers and emotion. Okay, there's a lot of wands that you're doing. I feel like you know with purpose and with certainty and somewhere deep inside you and with conviction, you knew the right thing to do and you did it. And under here, I'm seeing that the tower is popping out, and that was hard for people. Maybe it made people mad, but you had the power of your conviction behind you, and that's you stand strong, knowing that you've done the right thing and knowing that it's important to keep your boundaries up. And that's what people are realizing about you. So they can only complain or whatever it is about you for so long because they all know deep down, or no, maybe not so deep down. They all know. Oh, look at that. It just rolled into a 3 creation. They know the truth, and that it's what you had to do and you did the right thing for you. And that if they were in your position, they would know that what was done was the right thing to do. And so if they judge you, it's kind of disingenuous. You've got to do what you've got to do. And you shoot that arrow, and you've got some secret allies. And the people who are realizing these things, I think people are realizing that you are more protected than they thought, because maybe they've tried to say bad things about you, but people won't let them. It's kind of awesome. And you're definitely going to pull through and be shining. If you aren't already, you might be shining through just now in this season, and these hardships already happened. So anyway, Pile 5, let me know if any of that was anywhere near accurate for you. And I'll be seeing you next time. Okay, hi, pile number 6. I had to take a little break, have some water. These readings have been a little bit different every single time. But I just do what I'm called to do, and what happens is what I feel is meant to happen. So I just grabbed a boatload of water, got my cozy sweater on. It's so funny during these readings. I'm taking my sweater off, putting it back on, hot, cold, hot, cold. This is feeling like a completely new energy. Just like I said for pile number 5. In pile number 5, the candle went out. I'm going to try to light it again. But if I can't, I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to see if I can get it to light again. Okay. I don't know, maybe. You got a 4 here, which is stability. So if you chose this deep, dark night, washi tape, starry, starry night with some moons, some galaxies, and some arrows, there's a sun there, then this is your pile. After the rain is what the sticker says. The flame seems to be going, although flickering. After the rain. So, what are people realizing about you? Pile number 6. Let's find out. Okay. 7 of Cups in reverse, the Moon, and Knight of Cups. Alright. Pull one more. Temperance in reverse. So it seems like in the past you had some difficult decisions for which you didn't know what choice to make. Page of Swords in reverse on the bottom. You don't have to read reversals, but sometimes it kind of lets me see the basic energy that's going on there. Seems like someone maybe has an apology or an offer of love to you now. Maybe the Moon. I think that what people are realizing is that they don't, or that they didn't get it. They didn't get what you were going through and what caused you to be unbalanced. They really don't understand what went on with you and what choices you had to make. And now they want to offer this apology or this offer of love. But you've always been this way. Like, they're only noticing now after the rain these realizations, which of course that's like the nature of the reading, right? Let me just put this in my book so I can get your energy. I'm going to do a little squiggly wiggly just to feel out like who you are a little bit more, because I don't know if this is a love reading or who this is about. It doesn't really matter, but it always helps to kind of pin things down. It's feeling like someone now sees who you were and who you always were, and is seeing what was steadily happening for you, but you're still a mystery to them. They still don't understand it's almost like they're tracking backward. Yeah. And they're tracking back, and they're seeing, only now do they see. That's what these realization readings though kind of shows. Only now after, right, are they realizing things. But they're now going back, and they're seeing what what bad things or negative things were happening in your life that caused something, and they're only now seeing it, and they almost want to say they're sorry about the things they didn't understand, or now they're offering something emotionally, if it's not an apology. I'm going to pull some messages. Actually, I'm going to pull one from the tarot. Let me see a couple of them. There was a lot going towards, it's almost like maybe they tried to say they were sorry, or to backtrack with you because they didn't understand when it was important. And now that you're sitting in your power, and now that you're stable, you're not accepting it. Maybe a lot of people are coming at you with this energy. Maybe before they gave you a lot of hardship. And now that you're stable and okay, maybe now you're not letting them back in. And that's what they're realizing. Damn. Hindsight, baby. That's what a lot of these readings are, but I guess that's the nature of the reading, is what people realize now. I mean, like, of course, right? Humbled. Oh, shoot. You were right, okay? Confusion. What can I do? Yeah, like, there's nothing they can do. You're boundaried. They didn't get it. They didn't even know the depth. And now you're sitting here stable with the King of Pentacles. They're like, please. They've been humbled. They're like, we were wrong. Maybe they're texting you and sending you paragraphs, and they're like, oh my God, like, I didn't get in. And they're confused as to why you're not. Like, this came up earlier. I lied. Ooh. And then I got that quote from Michael Jackson. They made it up. They lied. I don't know if you remember that about rumors. Yeah, you're not letting me back in. Sorry for my cursing. They lied. They gossiped. They added to a smear campaign about you. Of course you're not going to let them back in. You have self-respect. I won't admit it. Yeah, they won't admit it. They think they can just come on back. This is what they're realizing. Okay. This person, this ex-lover, this person, whoever this person is, they think that you'll believe them, that they didn't do anything, and just forgive them. And they see now that you were going through a lot. And now they understand. And you're not letting them back in because you know that they lied, or that they're a liar, that they gossiped about you, that they did wrong by you. And they're acting all confused. Like, maybe they don't even realize, maybe they're realizing now, but they didn't realize before that you knew that they lied, or that they gossiped, or, that they were just disloyal to you. And that's why you're not letting them in. They were humbled by the fact that you are not letting them back in, because what they did was wrong. They're confused by it, but maybe now they're realizing, oh, pile number 6 knows that I was a piece of crap. And I can't just backtrack and act like it didn't happen. I won't admit it. Stubborn. So they're kind of playing dumb about it, and that they think that will let them back in, but no matter what they do, I wonder who this is. Is this true? Like, maybe this will happen, but they are seeing that they can't just play this part with you. Maybe you know them too well or something. Like, maybe it works with other people, but no. Maybe you've had enough of it. Maybe it's been a long time. You're mature now. I cut the deck. I feel like a failure. They failed you. They can't take it back. Yeah, they can't take it back. And that's what they're realizing. This is sad. They can't take it back. And that's what they've realized. That it went too far. And you realized it. And maybe in the past, if they were able to just apologize or whatever and text and talk you out of icing them out. Maybe you never would have iced them out, but like, you are just strong and steady. You've seen too much, you know too much. They don't even know how you've gone within and like what you've realized, but what it was quite, you found something out, and you know that with this moon, like, you know deeply something. And once you knew this, and that's crazy, that flame is still going. Yeah, I thought the flame was going to go out because look at it. But no, it's flickering. Like, it's very active. It's very like, maybe you were angry, or it's full of so much volatile energy. Like, you know to your core this truth. So you can't see them the same way. You can't let them back in. Like, that's why his eyes are closed. He's looking away. He's like, nope, I can't even look at your text messages and all this. Like, no matter what you say, like, I can't accept. You just can't. And that's what they're realizing, that they failed here. They feel like a failure. They are. Because they can't take it back. And that's what they're realizing. That's rough, baby. That's rough, man. I'm going to pull a charm for you. Okay. Let's get some more. Also, I'm getting that they realize that you're humble. Not just that they've been humbled, but like, you are a humble person. You were right, okay? That's how they were able to get over on you before. And maybe there's a bottle cap. Maybe they were drinking. Maybe like a lot of the way they treated you is involved with drinking or something. Maybe the way they were like talking. Like, maybe they just, they're arrogant. You were right, okay? Like, they didn't admit it until you stopped allowing it. And they were humbled by that. Like, and there's two seeds here that I see as like physical pentacles. They're like oak tree seeds. I use these as like physical representations of abundance, like coins. And that's you. You're valuable. You were a comfort to them. Maybe you were their comforting place. You were their punching bag. You were their little bitch or something. I don't want to say it that way, but like, you were, I'm sorry, I keep cussing. I need to think of new words. Like, you were their pillow, the place that they could lie their head, but they took advantage of that. This is like a symbol for disenfranchised groups. Like, they took advantage of your empathy, maybe. Maybe you're a Taurus. But they didn't know like the depths of your emotional understanding of things, and that crossing you loved them. This is a letter stamp you can replace on the wax stamps. You loved this person. Maybe they were a lover. Maybe they were a friend you loved so much. Maybe they were like a sister or something. Maybe I'm a lover. Maybe they threw you under the bus when they were drinking. Maybe they were drinking too much. Maybe they were an alcoholic. Whatever the case may be, maybe you gave them money. You offered them a lot of stability, and eventually you gave them a lot, and there was a lightheartedness here. Maybe it's like a young friendship, someone you knew when you were younger. They took advantage of your position and your kindness and your comfort, and when you realized what they were really saying about you and all that, you couldn't give any more to them. And that's what they're realizing. All right. It's pretty straightforward. You can go ahead and ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. All right, you got your question. Here it is. It is decidedly so. And there you have it. Thank you so much, Pile 6. I'll see you next time. Hello. Hello, hello. Pile number 7. Let's just clear that a little bit. It's a little rough. A little bit big, sad realizations. Let's clear into the new number 7. Beautiful. I was telling one of the other piles how I found a ladybug in the singing bowl when I was getting it out for this. So sweet. 4 again. Another stable realization here. Stable person. Okay. Final pile number 7. If you chose, this galaxy, there's a lot. There's a little letter here. Do you see? Right here's a little letter. Letter, Saturn, stars. There's a lot going on this washi tape. Little nebula clouds and a sun. But what's really standing out to me is the letter and Saturn. Just put that in my book. While I figure out the energy here. So this seems to be a very big, long time coming realization for whoever these people are. It seems like a lot went on. This is like one of the busier looking washi tapes. It's got tons of stuff on it. It's the only one with a letter though. Oh, I see a cat constellation on there too. Yeah, so this must have been a long time coming. Long time and big, and when this realization happened, a lot of things happened. And this one says, roses are red, fun in the sun, relax. Roses are red, fun in the sun, relax. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my book too. I like to do this to see how everything sticks and to see how the pen goes when I write. And get the feel for the person's energy. Already things are not really going on the page in such straight lines. I love the word relax though. So maybe, things might have calmed down after this happened. Like maybe now things are calmer, but when initially it all went down, it was a lot, to say the least. You tell me, pile number 7. Oh, I was sitting on the pen. Let's find out here. Yeah, you drew a line. You drew the line. You drew the line. Okay, what deck should I use? I'm just going to go ahead and pull you from the African Oracle deck. A card or two. I don't know why I feel like pulling more than normal. Okay, we've got compassion is the path that leads to peaceful living. I really feel like you cut some ties, or you really laid down some boundaries. Those who deny reality will always live a distrustful life. And waning moon. Okay. Let's see. When death calls, there is no place to hide. Very ominous and foreboding. When death calls, there is no place to hide. Maybe you said some ultimate truth and no one could hide from it because it was the truth. Maybe you were always compassionate. Maybe you even delivered this message. Maybe you're a medicine person. Like maybe you delivered this message, and you knew the only way to peace was doing this, was saying this. What had to be done had to be done. Yeah, and with waning moon, I feel that now everything's calming down because it was wild. Please, I'm so nosy. You don't really have to say if it's personal, but I do want to know what this is. The tongue is the whip of the body. Yeah, whatever you said, people realize that you could really speak up. You could really speak some truth, and it could really do some damage with that truth. I don't think that you tried to hurt anybody, but what had to be said had to be said. And the card that comes out of the Gaia oracle that I'm seeing here is a hidden gift, sadness, an ending, and a new beginning. With this sad looking character here, maybe he's a fallen angel. He's an angel though, I could see wings here. I think that you didn't know that you had this gift, or these people, what they're realizing is that maybe you had never spoken such truth, some truth that took you a long time to say, because Saturn's truths are they can be harsh realities that no one can escape, and quite punishing. Saturn is a father that punishes his children when they've been bad and all that. Lots of other things besides that. The point is, maybe people didn't realize that you had this in you to say these things, these truths. And it was sad, but what you said caused an ending, but a new beginning. And maybe there's some grief here. Maybe it caused some separations for different people, for you, for others. Maybe you broke up with someone and said some things about that person that had to be said. I continue to see it more as like family. Maybe you said some things and it tore some of that old illusion of the way things were apart. But I'm getting a breakup sense, not necessarily romantic, but yeah, this is feeling like an ending. And now things are good. And now the energy's you guys are able to rest now. You're kind of thinking about what happened, processing it, but everyone's kind of in their hermit hole as the dust clears, so to speak. I'm feeling like there's grief here. And maybe some people are a little bit walking away with their tail between their legs. Maybe they're a little embarrassed. Let's pull some more cards and then I'll get some messages. I feel like this one needs more. But you seem strong and stable in this. This seems pretty final. Yeah. Yeah, pretty final indeed. And yeah, it's over. You seem to be happy though. Some people are holding on. You've come pretty far and you're looking back at this. So like you've come out on top here, but a lot of what you guys had built is gone now. What was built was destroyed, but it had to be done. What you did was wise and it's what had to be done. And you are here at this summit as it's over and your life is ahead of you. And the positive thing, it had to be done for you and those that you are protecting or those that you love, people on your end of things. It had to be done. It had to be done. Yeah, it had to be. It is done. Done. You killed this. And it's, some people are kind of still beating the dead horse over, just like ruminating about it. Beating that dead horse in their mind, but like there's no coming back from it. And that's what they're realizing. There was some deceit. I don't see this as you. Maybe they feel like hurt and scorned by this, but there was something really not good, and you put an end to that. I'm gonna get some messages. I love you came out when I was grabbing the messages. Friendship, okay. Oh, I'm dropping everything. Confusion. What does it say on the back? Oh yeah, that's like supposed to be waves on the beach. But they actually turned out looking more like shark fins. So it's kind of coming off as like hostile. Humbled again. You were right, okay? These cards keep coming up. I swear I'm shuffling. Let me just shuffle a little bit more. Maybe this is friends. The flame of the friendship is running low here. I'm sorry, sister. I feel like a failure. Cry me a river, Justin Timberlake. Yeah, yeah, oh, the damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not saying that you feel like a failure. I'm saying that there's a positive vibe coming from you. You're kind of telling them, you can cry me a river, like you're done. This friendship is done. Maybe this friendship felt like sisters to you, or this sister felt like a friend, your best friend to you. This other person's confused. They feel like they failed you here. What I'm getting though is that you were right, that there was some deceit. They're realizing that you know that what you said was true, and the damage is done. You were humbled, they were humbled in this. This, I'm sorry, is feeling like it's there, but it's like, I mean, okay. One more. I was out to get you. Revenge. Yeah, well, there it is. Yeah, it's definitely sister coded. I like you as a person, personality, and soul. Yeah, this is tragic. It had to end though. Like, that's why you guys were like so close and it lasted as long as it did, was there were things about it that drew you together, but at the end of the day, this person was deceitful, and they're realizing that, I mean, they're realizing why it all happened. Like, they're realizing why this was kind of inevitable. It's almost like it's not your fault. You lied. They feel like you lied. Maybe you were agreeable. Maybe it took you a long time to tell them how you felt because you were being too nice or something. I don't really know. They feel like you lied. But in the end, they're looking back and they're seeing the truth of things. They're seeing like how things led to another, like where things kind of went one way and another way, like how complicated the situation really was, and how you were really between a rock and a hard place. And maybe like they're realizing that you might have lied, but it was something that they did that kind of caused that difficult position for you, to where you weren't completely honest. Not to excuse any lying, but they did something intentional. Whereas maybe when you were dishonest, it was not intentional. It was more like an awkward position and you didn't know what to do there. And like, but what they did, they're realizing what they're really being honest with themselves in a way, like not fully, but they see that what they did is what sabotaged this. Like what they did was deceitful and they were trying to hurt you, and they almost didn't care. They were being selfish. Like, see how he's got all these swords and he's all happy. At the time, it felt good to take all these swords and defeat all these people and hurt all these people, and at the cost of other people. Like, at the time, it seemed fine to be selfish like that, but now they're seeing like how fucked up it was. Pardon my cursing. And that's why it's over now. And like, it's over. This is like the X marks the spot at the end of a story. It's like the end. That's what this card is. The world. Sorry, I dropped a bunch of the message cards on the floor. That I'm hiding stuff was among them. Yeah, they were hiding stuff. Like, they were trying to hold you accountable, being like, well, you lied, and They're trying to hold on to feeling justified, but they can't. They now that the dust is cleared and everyone's kind of on timeout thinking about it, why can't we just be together? Because like they're confused as to why they can't just have what they want and treat people badly. Doubt. Yeah, they're starting to doubt themselves. I just don't have standards. Yeah. So the truth is, they're looking back at it, and they understand now why you've made a steady, like you're staying steady in this, and it's done, and how it ended up where it did, and like they're making note of how it ended up this way. I'm sorry for you. Like, this is why you have to be so. You're basically looking back at it, and they're holding on. You have grief, and like they are like they're grieving, just like they feel like they lost, and that's why they're upset. They just don't like that they lost something, that they can't just control you and just have things be however they want and go back to acting normal, even though they hurt you, because like you know damn well they do it again. They know that you're valuable, and it's just they now are seeing how the events turned out, how they did. It doesn't mean they won't do this again to someone else. It doesn't mean that they're changed or anything. It's not really like that. It's more just like now that you guys are not right next to each other and there's been some time, they know how one thing led to another now. And then vampire on the bottom there, they were just draining you. And it was in reverse, so you don't have to take reversals, but I'm kind of seeing that maybe you gave them energy, and now that you're gone, they're like, that's really why they're feeling this and why they're ruminating, is they feel the effect of not getting energy from you because you were fueling them with your energy. And that's really why they're feeling anything right now at all. It's just like they did whatever they wanted when they had the energy, and they would, go to other people. Maybe they weren't like texting you back fairly. Maybe they weren't giving you an equal back and forth. But now that you're not giving them anything, now they're like, oh my gosh. Oh. Clover. Lady. Book. Key. Another lady. I do feel like you guys are like it's friendship or sisters. A gentleman. Maybe this had to do with love. Maybe boys tore you guys apart. Maybe they were liked competition. Sorry about that. Camera died. This whole thing is looking very like enmeshed to me. With heart, it's almost feeling like there's some love in there. There's some like, it's just feeling like very gossipy, like just two, like women relationship, just like too involved with each other, knowing everything about each other. Maybe even some like secret crush on each other. Like maybe one of you guys had a crush on each other, but you know what I mean? Like how that happens sometimes with friends, or just too involved with each other to the point where it became a little bit, maybe just like too over involved, too opinionated about it, what each other is doing with their lives or with their love lives, like too possessive. And that's why there's so much grief, that you had to just say it like it was, and they see why, and they're feeling grief with that. I'm almost feeling like there's just so much more I want to know. It feels like a lot went on here, but whatever you said, it was true, but it almost felt like the reckoning was there for them. Like maybe what they did that was wrong happened a long time ago, and like a long time before you said something to them and told them about themselves and told them what was up. Like maybe it was like, oh, that changes everything. Like, I can't believe you, and what, I just can't believe that I trusted you. I can't believe, there's some major healing though that you're doing here, and that only now Are you stepping into the person that you're going to be? Yeah, like there's a lot going on here. I feel that now is your time of awakening. Because I saw Ganesha right here. Clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. So maybe now is the time for you to seek. You're being more inward and spiritual. And now that you've like cleared out all of that, all that stuff, you're kind of able to purify yourself and get serious with yourself and your spirituality. And maybe this person, all right, I don't even know, it cut out. I was talking and talking. I don't know where it got cut off, but I just feel like it was meant to be, because it was very enmeshed looking. It was very much looking like everybody was just over involved. The point is, I don't think that this person is looking back and thinking, oh, I'm feeling so much grief, like I'm going to prevent this from happening with someone else in the future. I'm feeling like they're just regretting it because they're entitled and they don't like feeling like they've lost something. Yeah, they just don't like feeling like they've lost something. But I'm not seeing that they won't do it again in the future. Got this dog from Pocahontas with the raccoon. They became friends eventually, but they were like cut from different cloths, from different places. Yeah, I feel like you guys go way back and have a lot of ancient wisdom, and you guys were comfort to each other. This person didn't realize what they had with this pig until it was gone. They didn't realize the abundance they had. I'm sensing there was a lot of evil eye. And it wasn't sustainable. Coin. What is that? That's Theodore Roosevelt. I don't know if that's significant for you. Theodore Roosevelt. 2016. Maybe you guys knew each other since 2016, or maybe that year was important. North Dakota. Yeah, you guys were cute. You guys were cute. Saturn again. This was a long time coming. Maybe you found something out from the past and it changed your perspective, and you exploded and you had to tell them about themselves. Jack. Yeah, they weren't expecting this from you. You really surprised them. They loved you. Again, there might be some weird enmeshed, like if this isn't a friend, it's a lover. Maybe they loved you in an unhealthy way, but it feels like a friend or a sister. You know how female friendships can get. Maybe they loved you a little too much, a little too enmeshed, maybe too involved in your love life. Maybe they just bulldozed over you and they were entitled. Yeah, we go way back. They were entitled. And they're still entitled. But they realize what happened. They realize that you have to go and live your own life and you have self-respect. And there's nothing that they can do about that or say about that, and you're going to go on and you're going to go do what you're going to go. Look at this. They're in the bathtub together. Maybe you guys were kids together. Look how much fun this one's having, and he's kind of mad because he's kind of making fun of him. Maybe you're like annoyed them. Maybe you were like more carefree. Yeah, they didn't expect this from you, but in hindsight, like they're now seeing you as a person and they now get it. And unfortunately, they just were not seeing you as the person that you are before until you left, which is how these things go. You're steady in your choice, though, and it had to happen. And they understand that you're going to go do what you got to do. They understand. And that's what they're realizing. This was so complicated, and now your life is not so complicated. And they actually do understand how this is better for you. That's the big realization, is that they lessened your quality of life until this happened. And they didn't see that before. They were mad when initially this happened. They were mad at you. But now they, kind of like a spoiled child is mad. But now that some time has passed, they see you as a person, and they understand why, and they understand that a person can only take so much, and a person's got to live their life. I know I keep repeating the same thing, but it's almost like they are ruminating, and they are seeing that they did not give you the courtesy of your humanity when they were kind of all up in your grill about whatever. All right, so let's ask the Magic 8 Ball one question, and then I'll finally end this one. This one feels like I want to go on and on and on and repeat everything and keep going forever, because I think that that's kind of how this person is ruminating about it. And also, I'm looking on the ground here. I put everything away already. I put all the cards away when the camera cut out, and this one message card is out. I feel like a failure. This one has come up a lot, and I made a lot of message cards, by the way, that didn't come up, but this one, I think that this reading is kind of bringing those kind of messages up because it's what people realize. So when people are realizing something, it's usually in hindsight. They feel like a failure. They feel like they lost somebody valuable, that it's not so much that they're sad for you and how much they hurt you or whatever happened, like that they're realizing like the error of their ways. It's not really like that. It's more like they don't like that you might have a negative opinion of them now, that anyone would have a negative opinion, that they failed to make everyone like them, or have the perspective of them that they want. Very immature. Very immature. Okay, ask a question. A yes or no question, of course. And Magic 8 Ball says, outlook good. So, interesting. The outlook is good. I was feeling like that. I do think the quiet after the storm is good, and this is good. And they're going to watch you, and they are already watching you doing good, and they're thinking to themselves like, wow, I devalued this person. I was a vampire on their energy, and they're doing better without me. And they just never even considered that. They never really thought about you as your own person. This is very girlfriend, younger coded. I'm not calling you immature if you're older. I totally get it. It's just sometimes female friendships are like that. I mean, you might not be a female. I'm just saying this could be a different situation. It's just very much feeling like an energy of that where they just didn't even think about you. This could even be someone at work, not realizing, there are people with lives that are beyond them. Now they're saying oh snap, pile number 7 is doing good without me. I never even thought that they were a person without me. I kind of just saw them as an extension of me, or a means to an end of what I wanted, or someone in my posse, or mine, not their own. It's kind of messed up, and probably why you left. And maybe you told this person, if they weren't your friend, maybe you were dude, I have my own life, and they were just whoa, mind blown, they have their own life. Yeah, hopefully this resonated. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next reading.